Hi everyone, welcome to the IoT Hero Show, my weekly showcase of thought leadership in the Internet of Things. My name is Tom Raftery, I'm the Global IoT Evangelist for SAP, and now, on with the show. Hi everyone, welcome to the IoT Hero Show. I am Tom Raftery, VP IoT for SAP, and with me on the show today I have Alan. Alan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, so my name's Alan Amling. I'm Vice President of Corporate Strategy at UPS, and I'm responsible for our 3D printing initiative.
Interesting. So we're at Leonardo Live, and you were speaking at Leonardo Live about UPS and 3D printing. Can you tell everyone who's listening why UPS are interested in 3D printing?
Yeah, so it all starts with inventory, or better put, how do we help customers control inventory or limit inventory? It's something when you talk about streamlining supply chains, it's one of the first things customers have talked to us about for years. I mean, inventory is the devil. They don't make money on inventory, right? And so we use a lot of different tools to help customers streamline the supply chain. 3D printing is a new tool. It's a new supply chain tool to streamline inventory. So let me give you an example. Today, a customer, let's say they have a server or an MRI machine. Right. They also sell a service level agreement that says, hey, if this thing goes down, we're gonna have a technician out there to fix it in 12 hours, 24 hours, 36 hours, because when that's down, that costs that company money, right? And so if they're gonna do that, that means they have to have the parts stored nearby. So we provide that. We have over 1,000 field stocking locations around the world where customers store their stuff. And that's given us a unique perspective across many companies about what happens with that inventory. Right. We know, because it's in our warehouses, that a lot of that turns very slowly or not at all. It is a waste. And it's a waste that really couldn't be avoided in the past because you had to have the parts. Now 3D printing gives us the option to print that on demand and store it virtually. And we see this as a great supply chain advancement, and it's what originally got us interested in 3D printing and really looking at it as a supply chain solution. And since then, we put up our first 3D printing factory in the heart of our supply chain campus in Louisville, Kentucky in 2015. And since that time, we've talked to a lot of customers, and it's funny, there's other use cases that come up all the time. Now, one of the big ones that we're hearing about a lot now is customized goods. So there's a lot coming out around footwear right now. So instead of buying one that is best fit, it's size Allen, right? It's exactly for me. And so they've been doing it for years with hearing aids, 3D printing hearing aids. And you start thinking about all the things that we today just have best fit. It's not made for us. That's going to be a thing of the past. All of that's going to be 3D printed. So we've had customers ask us about custom grips for tools, because tools slipping out of a worker's hand is one of the major causes of injuries on a job site. I didn't know that, till we started going down this journey, and it's all about how do we get it built just for me and quick. And so we call it on demand. And so it's because it's an on-demand manufacturing solution that we think it's really part of the supply chain. It has to be integrated into the supply chain. And so that first 3D printing factory in Louisville, Kentucky allows us to print up until midnight and get a part anywhere in the US by the next morning. And now the next step in our journey is how do we take that model and plant that regionally around the world so customers can use it on a shared services basis. And so we're the next stop that's opening shortly is in Singapore, and then 2 locations in Europe planned by the end of the year.
Fantastic, fantastic. If I'm a UPS customer, what's the journey like for me
Yeah.
to go down the 3D printing route with you?
Yeah, so it really starts with understanding what is it that you want to accomplish. We're big proponents of design thinking and starting there and starting from your customer and working back. It is not an easy endeavor right now.
Okay.
To go from I've got physical inventory and I want to turn it virtual, because when we're talking about service parts, prototypes are different.
Sure.
But parts that you have your brand name on, that have a guarantee around, they have to go through a certification, and you just can't scan them and put them in inventory, right? There's a process that goes along with that. And so the first thing that we do is do these workshops with our customers to understand which ones make sense. You know, what are the problems that you're having? Because it may not be a question of what manufacturing method is lowest cost. It may be time to market, right?
Yeah.
It may be a situation where I only need 500 of these for the life of the product, and if I order it in the traditional way, I have a minimum order quantity of 5,000, right? So there's a lot of different reasons that customers are embarking on this journey, and it's important to understand before you start putting together a solution, what is it that they want to accomplish out of this? And then we start to identify, you know, they may have 20,000 parts or 30,000 parts. Let's pick 10, right? Let's pick 10. Let's take it through the process. Let's get a digital rendering of that product. Let's get a file that can be read by the 3D printer, and then let's start testing. And you know, you might want to combine products that used to be something that used to be 4 products can now be made as one single product, or maybe you use a different material. So there's different design considerations, but once that gets up in virtual inventory, that's really where we want it, and then it's available to print on demand, and that's where the logistics network takes hold.
Fascinating. Any other messages you want to give people about 3D printing and UPS?
Yeah, so one of the biggest learnings that we've had is, I'll just say, you don't know what you don't know. This is something that is happening. It's a business model change. It's not just another way to manufacture.
Right.
So it impacts every function within a company. And I didn't even consider some of the ways it's impacting UPS until we actually started this journey. And it's going to be one of those things that it's slow. Boy, that got here fast, right? And so it's really important that people start the journey, because whether you bring 3D printing in-house or you outsource it or you do some combination of that, you need to start really asking how this is going to impact your business, because if you wait till the business case is proved and it's rolling out with your competitors, it's too late.
Too late.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Alan, that's been brilliant. Thanks a million for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it.